Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please? Our event will commence shortly. Kindly put your devices on mute to avoid interruption during the event. Thank you for your kind cooperation and attention.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Dear attendees, our event will start shortly. Thank you for your patience. Greetings, a very good day and a warm welcome to everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nur Elisa and welcome to day 1 of MATUINO Interactive Workshop on MATLAB and how to interface with Arduino boards. This event is organized by Electrical and Electronic Engineering Student Society, E3S2 UTP, in collaboration with IEEE Robotics and Automation Society Malaysia, chapter as well as IEEE UTP Student Branch. For your information, objectives of this workshop are to provide students with comprehensive introductions of MATLAB programming, to help students explore powerful tools and features provided in MATLAB and demonstrate its uses, as well as to teach students on how to interface with controller boards, especially Arduino board with MATLAB. This two-day workshop is instructed by engineer Ghulam E Mustafa Abro, as he is a very notable speaker with outstanding experience in conducting various workshops nationally and internationally on various technical topics. Today, we are joined by lecturer of Electrical and Electronics Engineering Departments, Dr. Saiful Azrin, and LMD Senior Executive, Mr. Fazli Ahmad. In addition to that, to officiate the workshop, we will be having our very own outstanding advisor representing Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department, which is none other than Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Naufal bin Muhammad Saad. To know more about this workshop, I would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Naufal bin Muhammad Saad, our advisor, to give the opening speech of our event today. Please welcome Dr. Naufal.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. I hope you can hear me very well. Okay, Honorable Speaker, Mr. Ghulam, my colleagues, Dr. Saiful, our also technologists and all colleagues dedicated EE Student Society, E3S2 organizing committee members and dear participants. Sorry, I have to apologize for my presentation. Okay, from a place different place as usual due to some outstanding issue. Anyway, Assalamualaikum and very good day and warm welcome to everyone. First and foremost, I would like to thank everyone here for allocating time in their busy schedule to attend this workshop. It's a wonderful afternoon and I feel privileged to extend my warmest welcome to all university students as well as international students present here. Welcome. Selamat datang, bienvenue, and all language. Sorry for that. I don't know all the languages, but I really hope I'm very happy to have all of you here. For the past few years, the EE Student Society, E3S2 of UTP, has actively organized many events to help students gain new experience and nurture their soft skills. Such events are not limited to benefit students only who are graduating, but also for those who are still in their early years of undergraduate studies. As we in UTP firmly believe it prepares them ahead for the future. Okay, so however, when the world was hit by the pandemic last year, okay, still we are in this season with the new virus coming in. It was difficult and extremely challenging for most of us to carry out our daily routine, let alone to have everyone together in the same room to share ideas or valuable insights. Okay, fortunately, okay, we have with the technological advances that we have today, we are able to connect with each other and thus bring all of us from various locations together to join this workshop today. Okay, in this workshop, Mr. Ghulam, my dear friend, I really proud to have him here. You have to know Mr. Ghulam have been a big supporter to our department. He's still in final term of his PhD. Okay, but still he allocate his time for us. He will introducing the participant manual as the software offers many useful features specifically to engineering students, such as performing mathematical calculation and visualizing data via graph. One of the main benefits of using MATLAB is that it's useful in many engineering applications, such as to perform machine learning, simulations, algorithms, development, and data science. So with that, I hope that you will be able to gain as much information that you can from our workshop for these 2 days, and feel free to ask any question or may share your valuable suggestions to Mr. Ghulam. Okay, you're always encouraged to ask many questions as you can and get ready to grab any useful information you find on this workshop. Once again, I would like to thank everyone for attending this workshop. For that, excuse myself. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And thank you everyone. All the best and good workshop. Bye.
Thank you so much, Dr. Naufal, for the opening speech. With that, we would like to invite everyone here to turn on their cameras to take a group photo. I'll pass the floor to Tin.
To all the participants, I would like to request you to open your camera for a brief photography session. Thank you.
Okay, if you unshare the screen, we will have a big group photo. If you can unshare the screen.
I would like to wait for a few moments for all the participants to open the camera. So now, for a formal photo, please look at your camera and give your big smile. Now, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we'll now take a freestyle photo. Please give your best creative pose. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you so much for the photography session. I'll pass the floor back to MC. Thank you very much.
The mic is muted.
Oh, sorry. Apologize for that. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? A gentle reminder to all the attendees, interactive participations by attendees is highly encouraged. You may unmute your microphone whenever appropriate to interact with our speaker during the event. Kindly check the chat box for the workshop material provided by our speaker. Thank you for your kind cooperation and attention. Without further delay, we would like to invite Mr. Ghulam to conduct the first session of this workshop. Please welcome Mr. Ghulam.
Thank you so much, Ms. Noor Alisa. My voice is audible? Okay, so here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just share my screen. Okay, if someone can provide me control, because when I move my cursor to share, it says only meeting organizers and presenters can share. So Daniel, are you there? If you can provide me this control.
Yes, please wait, yeah, Mr. Ghulam.
Okay, so still waiting, huh? Okay, now I can share my screen. So wait, huh? Please confirm if my screen is visible to you all. My screen is visible now? Is here?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, so here we go. Let me just open my presentation. I hope that every individual must have this particular slides that I prepared for this particular workshop. Let me just maximize it so that you people can see. Okay, so okay, I have shared another screen. Okay, I think that it's visible now. So because it's a technical workshop, so I'll be again, copying the code and then pasting it on the command window of MATLAB. So I think that I should better keep my slides in this way. After all, I have shared the slides with you as well. So moving on, next slide, there is my introduction. Okay. Okay, so introducing myself already has been introduced somehow. I'm a PhD student at EE Department, and I have done my master's degree in industrial automation from Sir Syed University back in Karachi, Pakistan. I have also a bachelor's degree in electronic engineering, and I have been one of the valedictorian students of my batch. My research interests are in front of you, but they are not limited to. I'm a kind of a person who really becomes social and try to mingle with the team players and always ready to participate in any research, any multidisciplinary research. So after the end of this workshop, which is of 2 days, anyone can pursue me and we can collaborate with each other. So after that, I have got some local and international grants. Why am I mentioning it? Because this particular platform can open the doors for everyone to collab with me and our institution, our elite institution, that is Petronas. So I have been talking and interacted at many technical and motivational topics internationally and locally. So moving further, I have something to show that is casual for our 2 days. So today we are actually discussing about the MATLAB obviously, and somehow some basic exercises of Simulink as well, how to plot different graphs, runtime data acquisition, and how to record your own signal on audio and how to process it. Apart from that, any programming language, this most important thing is that you must understand how to bring the loops in your code, how to structurize your code in terms of if analysis structure, and then we will have a 10 minutes break in the mid, and then I'll be taking on functions and creating executable files. See, why this particular workshop is very much important, because you have been seeing similar workshops around the globe. It is an honor for me that whenever I conduct a workshop on MATLAB, I cover the topics that are usually not covered in other workshops which are on the same topic, that is MATLAB. So it is one of thing that I'm actually proud of, and I really want to provide my knowledge and my technical skills, to spread it in other community as well, within Malaysia, Pakistan, and other countries as well. So these are the contents for day one. Day two contents already I am revealing, because maybe today the things maybe are somehow simpler, but later on day two the things will get complex, and you will have a flavor of multiple things. So I believe that day one will be the introductory session, and in that, when you will leave this particular session, one new thing I will convey: you don't have any need to install MATLAB on your laptop or on your desktop. If you like, if there is a person like, have an example like Daniel is my friend, and I'm providing him a code, and he said that, Ghulam, I don't have MATLAB, I have to install it. So what I will do, I will actually compile my code into an executable file, and I'll provide him like in a simple pen drive, copy and paste. And when he will receive that file, he can run on any laptop, any desktop, without installing the this MATLAB software. So this is one of the things that I want to convey. Apart from that, how to protect your code, because in the end, when you are developing something, especially the postgraduate students, you are developing something and you don't want to share it, and you want to make it protected, so how to make the code protected in MATLAB? So there are some number of topics that are usually not covered and ignored in some of the workshops. So I'll be covering those things. Moving ahead, I have a simple video to play on so that you can understand the MATLAB and Simulink environment. I hope that many of you have played MATLAB before, but this is a quick and short video to just provide you the insight. So let me just play, and I have just convey me if there is no sound coming to, if the sound is not audible, just interrupt me in the middle.
Millions of engineers and scientists use MATLAB to analyze the data, develop the algorithms, and create the systems that shape the world around us. At the heart of MATLAB is a high-level programming language that lets engineers and scientists express matrix and array mathematics directly. MATLAB provides a vast library of toolboxes that spans everything from signal and image processing, control systems, wireless communications, and computational finance, to robotics, deep learning and AI, and more. Created specifically for engineers and scientists, MATLAB is designed for the way you think. Easy to learn and use, it lets you express your ideas directly and puts the tools you need at your fingertips. Explore ideas quickly. See results and visualizations right next to the code that produced them. And only MATLAB includes pre-built apps and allows you to easily build your own, for when point and click is the best way to analyze and design. Extend MATLAB with thousands of packages and toolboxes shared on GitHub and elsewhere. Then deploy your work on cloud and enterprise systems, into Simulink, or automatically generate code that runs on embedded devices. From researching the world around us to creating next-generation intelligent systems, millions of engineers and scientists use MATLAB to shape the future. What will you do with MATLAB?
Okay, so this was all about MATLAB, that MATLAB is a tool that simply cannot be used only for control or image processing. It has number of tools. I've been working since my undergraduate studies, where my project was on apple grading, yeah, So I have to identify the skin of an apple, whether it's healthy or unhealthy. It was back in 2015 when I graduated. And since then, I have been associated with MATLAB, and the real, truly speaking, is still there are several areas that are unexplored by me. So it's a huge world to explore when it comes to MATLAB and Simulink. Moving ahead, I have to show you, if you don't have the MATLAB today, you can use the online version as well. And for that, you have to actually register for on the website of MATLAB by your email address. So let me just play this tutorial, and you can follow this tutorial and use all the codes that I'm going to deliver today. You can execute those codes on online version as well. Apart from that, the students from UTP, they can go for the institutional license, and the ITMS will send you a code that is actually a license key, so you can later register your MATLAB with institution. So here we go with this video.
In this video, we will see how to use MATLAB Online for free, that is without any activation key or license key. So first of all, you have to type here MATLAB Online. Now you have to click on the second link, MATLAB Online. This is the MathWorks website. Here you have to click on Start using MATLAB Online. So we have to create MathWorks account. For this, click on this Create One. Enter your email address. Choose your location. Then write your first name and last name. Then click on this Continue button. Now check this checkbox. Use this email for my MathWorks account. And then click on Continue. Now MathWorks sent an email to your email address. So you have to check your email in your mailbox. As I have a Gmail account, so I will open my Gmail app. So you can see this is the email sent by the MathWorks. So you have to click on this Verify Your Email button. So the profile has been verified. So now we will go back to our MathWorks account. You have to click on this Continue. Then create a strong password. Your password must have from 8 to 50 characters, at least one upper and lowercase letter, and at least one number. Now check this checkbox and then continue. Now you can see it is demanding for license number or activation key, but we will use MATLAB Online for free, that is without this license number or activation key. Let's see how. First of all, you have to reload this page. So click on this. And then you have to click on this link, Get MATLAB. Now you can see here, Try MATLAB. So you have to click on this Download.
So over here, when you click on the download the trial version, you will get the trial version. And if you are a UTP student or belonging to an institution which has a licensed MATLAB software, institutional license software, then you can go for check for access. And if you want to purchase, then there's an option for buy now.
A trial button. Now you have to select this, which best describes you. If you are a student, then click on this student. If you are a teacher, then click on this. Let's click on student. Next is what describes your role. If you are doing PhD, then click on this postdoctoral option. If you are doing post-graduation, then click on this. If you are doing graduation, then click on this undergraduate. On this date, write the name of your university.
So I'm just skipping this thing because these are very basic things. So you can put your data in this particular form, and then later you can access the MATLAB on.
Complete your graduation. Check this. Click on this. Then check this checkbox and then submit. Then you have to click on this Start your MATLAB online trial. So this is the MATLAB.
So finally you will get the MATLAB online in this way, where all the add-ons and all the tabs are provided to you. So you can easily use the MATLAB online version as well. So moving ahead, this is one of the two videos. I really want to start now on MATLAB. So let me just share my screen to the command window. That is this one. So this is academic license MATLAB. Please convey me, the moderator, please convey me if this particular screen is visible. Okay, so yeah, here we are ready to go. So this is particular MATLAB environment where we are going to play our codes. So I think that these are the slides. You have the slides with you. I would like to first focus on this particular slide that is actually regarding the basic commands. So starting with the basic commands, now first of all, let me just define you the idea of developing a MATLAB software initially. MATLAB actually stands for Matrix Laboratory. So if you are taking any single variable like a equals to 1, let me just take it in front of you. If you're taking a equals to 1, it means that it is not only 1, it is 1 by 1 matrix. So every time you are taking any variable, you are taking any signal, you are taking any image, you are taking any sort of thing as an input, or you are displaying something, or you are holding some data in a buffer, that all sort of data will be entertained as a matrix form. So that is why it is known as Matrix Laboratory MATLAB. And yeah, actually we are going for from basic to advanced level. So let me just type few of the things. One is starting with a basic command, that is ones. But before this, I would like to say that when you write ones and you write in this way ones, and in the bracket you will just put 3, it will bring and it will display you 3 by 3 matrix, and all elements will be comprises of 1 actually. But you cannot delete it. Why? Because this is the command window, and in order to edit your code, in order to recheck again and again, and it seems it's very common that when you write a code, you feel you come across with some sort of errors, and you have to debug those errors, right? So for debugging, command window is not recommendable. So we always go for a new script, that is actually editor. So when I click on editor, I'll have one small window on which you can see that in editor untitled, because it's not a saved file. When I save it, it will save with the name that I'll give him. So apart from this, I want to just show few more commands, that is CLC. So there is a misconception between CLC and clear all. CLC only clean the screen, but not the variable. So if I click, you can see the screen is clear now, but still if you can see the workplace is just like a kitchen, in kitchen you have a number of tools available to cook a fine food, sadap food, in Malay we say tasty sadap. So yeah, the thing is the variables that you have, you can see the variables over here. This is just like a kitchen or a store where you store all the variables. So CLC only clear the screen, not clear the variables. So for that you have to write clear all. So there is a difference between CLC and clear or clear all. In my undergraduate studies, you know, when I was following MATLAB, and I was told, I was asked to do some lab performances, and I just simply copy and paste, but never understood the real meaning of the code, that what code is doing actually. So many of the people, like whenever they copy or the paste the code, they do not really know about the commands, that what they are actually doing. So for that case, I would like to focus that what I have learned from MATLAB, that is it's guidance, it's guide actually. So whenever you have you feel any command that is you want to see the syntax, you want to see the basic code, you can just write help and just write anything. So at this moment I have one command in my mind, that is magic. So you just write help and magic, and then you press enter. So when you enter, when you press the enter key, it will show you some sort of information about magic. And yeah, this is the thing that I want to show you. You can see that magic is actually a square matrix command that generates n by n matrix. And if you want to see further, it actually refers to a document. When you click it, it will direct you towards the browser, and over there you can read the draft. So moving further, if we focus on our slides, these are the basic commands, like ones, it will generate ones 4 by 4 matrix. And let me just place with some more changing. Let me change the command. So if I write ones and I just write 1 comma 10, it means that it will generate 10 columns. So the second element is actually column, and the first element is actually row. So you can see the 10 columns and 1 row, all are ones. If I just reciprocal reciprocal this the reciprocal version, if I introduce like this way, 10 comma 1, you can see that now we have 10 rows and 1 column actually, and all are ones. Similarly, if I take this particular command like this way, ones, and I take it as a 4 and put it like this way, I have all the ones in a variable now. So must note this thing, that whatever you write, that is actually override to variable. So previously we had 1 in a, now we have put entire matrix, that is 4 by 4. So this is these are the simple commands. Similarly, if you have ones, then you have zeros as well. So b equals to zeros and 3. So if I write like this way, you will see that there are in b I have actually saved 3 by 3 matrix, and having all members are 0. So this is how we actually code in MATLAB. These are the simple commands. Why we read these commands actually? If anyone is from image processing or computer vision background, the black color in the image, if you are dealing with a binary image, if you are dealing with a binary image, you will have only black and white in your image. So the black and white image actually resemble to 1 or 0. So if you want to extract some part, it's really important to you to learn the science of matrices. You really look into the matrices, that how we extract the data, how we embed the data, how we do padding in the data, so that you can extract the required part from your image. So therefore we are studying these simple commands a, b, and all these things, the zeros and ones. Moreover, if anyone has got the chance to do like drive the inverse of any matrix, we use identity matrix in that. So over here we don't have the keyword identity, but we have the keyword that is I. So d equals to I, and you place, like, if you want identity matrix of 3 by 3, then you can just write d equals to I and 3. So it will generate a 3 by 3 matrix. I want to confirm with my moderator, during when I type, my font is visible to you? The moderator or Daniel, please confirm if my font of coding is visible to you.
Yes, sir. We can see. We can
Okay,
see
so
what.
that's great, Desmond. Let me just show you one more thing. You can increase the font also. Just go at home, go over the preferences, and over here you will have the option of fonts. Click on this fonts, and then many people do not like this Calvary font. They like Times New Roman. Some people like comic style. So you can change the font from here. You have number of fonts over here. So right now the font is monosplit, so I keep this particular font, but I over here you can increase the, change the style, bold italic and bold italic, and apart from that you can increase the size. So let me just increase the size 18, so that it's quite visible to you. So now I think that it's visible, right, Desmond? It's visible,
Yes,
right?
it's larger now. It's larger now, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much for helping me out. I need this session to be somehow interactive. So I'll be looking forward for the participation, and I'll be calling out the names of the participants so that we can enjoy this workshop. Why I call this workshop playing MATLAB? Why I call playing MATLAB? Because very first perception comes in mind when anyone has to do any task in MATLAB, that is, oh, the MATLAB is very boring software. We don't have much codes and all these things. But really speaking, MATLAB is an interesting software, and I'm not doing the branding of MATLAB, but truly speaking, the data scientists or the people who are using Python, somewhere sometime there you will come across with people who really rely on MATLAB rather than the Python. No doubt the Python has its own perks. I'm not here to correlate or do the difference, but yeah, there is, we cannot ignore the potential of MATLAB event. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the D variable on your screen, and over here you can see the principal diagonal. When I say principal diagonal in matrices, most of you people know that this diagonal is known as principal diagonal. And in this principal diagonal, you can see the members, the elements are 1. So if I want to change these ones into zeros, what I need to do is I just need any other variable. Let me take Abro. So you can take any variable, you can take UTP, you can take IIT from India, you can take any variable, you can take Ghulam, any variable. So but do make sure that your variable must not be a command. So you cannot take I as a command. You cannot take some sort of I never tried, but it's better not to take uh, such keywords which are actually the command of MATLAB. So Abro equals to, I want to take zeros on principal diagonal. So what I need to do, I need to just put this particular symbol. You can see this symbol, and then I write the same thing. So this particular symbol that I'm selecting is actually invert symbol that will invert entire matrix. So without wasting further time, if I just press my enter key, you can see now the principal diagonal is actually changed and it's inverted, and you can see that all are the zeros. So let me just show you one more thing, that is to display any picture. To display any picture, we have a command that is IMShow. I hope that you are also following on your MATLAB, and if you feel any query or any error, just let me know so that I can provide you the chance to show your screen and I can help you out. No doubt in the last we do, I'll also take your queries as well, but in the mid of somewhere, if you are facing some issues, then let me know. So over here you can see Abro, and over here you can see that you have a matrices that has a 0 element on principal diagonal. So let me just show you how this particular matrix, if I want to show, if I want to not show, if I want to see this variable in terms of image, so I'll just write IMShow and then I write Abro. So IMShow is a command that actually used for displaying the picture. So if I write IMShow and I put Abro in it and press enter, then you can see in some time there will be an image popped up, and over here you can see the principal diagonal is actually black. How many people are looking at this particular thing? If you write this thing, I cannot zoom it because the matrix size is very low now. So but anyways, you can see that 3, but let me just put it in another way. Let me just take another variable, that is UTP, and then I, and take 6. So now I have a 6 by 6 matrices, and I want to show you people that how UTP matrix look like. So when I write I am show UTP, I can see a picture, and over here you can see the principal diagonal is only a diagonal which is like one element, but it is white in color. So already I have told you that in image, if you have a binary image, then in binary image the colors will be like 1 and 0. So 1 means white color, 0 means black color. And if you have a grayscale image, I repeat, if you have a grayscale image, then there will be more values in between 0 and 1. So you have normally the grayscale image is 8-bit data, 8-bit data means 2 is to power 8 actually. So you have 255 values in between 0 to 1. So this is actually the signs of an image where you have the different shades in gray, Yeah, so this is the thing that I really want to show you. This was not in the slides, but when you talk and you explain something, there are a number of things that come in front of you now. So we have covered so far these commands. I hope that you are also practicing with me. Now I have another command, that is a random. So if I write Ghulam is equals to, again you can take any variable and you write random, that is rand, and you can write 5. So it will generate a 5 by 5 matrix, and all the values will be in between 0 to 1, and they are random. So if I generate again random 5, it's most probably that you will have different values. So where we use this command, now let's have an example. If you are a control system student, or if you are an electronic engineer working in any industry where you have to look impact of some random data in your system, or you have to check how robust your system design is, and that is just limited to the simulation, this command plays a very important role in checking that whether by inducting the random noise in your system, how your system behaves and how your system actually reacts to this thing. So you can use this thing in terms of image processing. If you want to if you want to induct a noise, you can induct this random variable, and you will feel somehow a noise in your image. Yeah, so this is the thing. Apart from that, I have another thing, that is gh is equals to random and 1 comma 10. If I write in this way, you can see the 10 values I have generated in single row, and 10 values means 10 columns and first row, and over there all the values are actually in between 0 to 1, and they are random actually. So random command we study, therefore why we study. So very first question, being a student, being a STEM student, science, technology, engineering and mathematics, if you are a student, you must learn to ask that why we are reading a particular topic. So random command can be used in this way that I mentioned if you want to check the thing. So now if I come to the slide, I'll just want you people. Okay, now I want you people. Okay, by the way, this is the image of my group now, the IEEE, very humble people. and very supportive. So I would like to now unshare my screen, and I want you people to open up the MATLAB. Anyone who is willing to share his screen and run the code, because uh, from this we are actually exceeding to understand the proper definition of this workshop. We will actually fulfill the aim of today's workshop with these codes. So anyone who is just willing to share his screen, anyone?
Sure, give me a moment. Yeah. Can you see the screen?
Not yet. Yeah, now it's visible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I need, what I actually want you to do, first you just increase the font so that all the audience can see. First you write the CLC on your command window. CLC. Okay. And press enter. No, press enter. CLC and then enter. Yeah. Press enter key. Yeah. So now the screen is clear. I want you to increase the font. So you go at preferences. In home, you have the preferences in your just mid of the command window and upper portion. You see the preferences. Yeah. You go over there. You go in the fonts. You increase the font by 18 so that people can see. Yeah. So now it's good. So now what I need you to do is just copy the code from the presentation. You have the presentation right now?
I can't really. Yeah, I don't think I can see now. Just now I didn't screenshot it down or something. But yeah, which specific code? Then I'll try to like just go through my message.
Okay, just I'll provide the code in the chat box. You just copy and paste on command window.
All right.
And let me just put it in my chat box. This particular code is actually plotting a sine signal. So yeah, Control V. You got the code in the chat box. You just use this code, and yeah, someone just plotted the. Someone just shared the screenshot in the chat box. Never mind, Valentine, and you got this one. But yeah, this is the thing that I want to show you. This thing. So if you just give me the charge to explain why we were intending to plot a sine signal, but then in the end we got this one. Why? So let me just show you. If we go to command window. Okay, let me just do the work now on editor so that I can edit the things. So the question is plot the sine signal with an amplitude of 3 and a frequency of 200 Hertz. So if I copy and paste the code over here, I want to teach you the meaning of these 3 lines that we have been copying. At least when I was in undergrad, I was copying and pasting this code without knowing the meaning of this code. So the question, let me just also copy the question so that you can understand how we drive the question, turn the question into answer, So if you copy this thing and you want it to comment actually, then just put a percentage sign. The font color will be changed into green, which means that it will not run and you will not face any error. But if you will not put percentage sign, then it will produce an error. And if you want to book it as a section, then just put 2% sign. When you put 2% sign, the entire portion will be booked as one part. So this is the thing that I want to teach you. Apart from that, you can see the question is to plot a signal with amplitude 3 and frequency is 200. So if I take my calculator and I just, simple calculator on your mobile phone, and if I want to do is Before coming to line 1, just go into the line 2. That is y equals to 3 sine 2 pi. We don't have symbol over here, so we write pi, and then 100 into t. So technically it is 200 hertz technically, but we actually we break the frequency into 2 pi f. I repeat, the 200 hertz, we actually divide it, or open this frequency into a formula that is 2 pi f. So technically the fundamental frequency is 100 hertz, and over here 2 is actually is coming from the formula. So what you need to do is you just divide one. You just open the calculator and do 1 divided by 100. So when you do 1 divided by 100, the answer is 0.01. So the signal that I want to plot, it should start from 0, then you put this colon, and then you put the ending part, that is 0.01. So it will be understood that, okay, the signal that you want to plot is of 200 hertz. And then in the mid, you just do, because any signal you want to see, you have a Nyquist theorem. Many of the people know about the Nyquist theorem. Nyquist theorem says that the signal, if you want to pass it, if you want to show it, there should be a modulated frequency that should be twice of the fundamental frequency, at least. So at least if you do this thing, so I mean to say, if you have a frequency like 100, like if you do 1 divided by 200, 1 divided by 200 is equals to 0.005. Okay, so 100 is a fundamental frequency. Why 200? Because it's a Nyquist theorem, and over here you can see also that if you divide 1 divided by 200, that is 0.05, and then simply you just plot. This is the command plot ty. So whenever I write this way, the first element is a x Cartesian, and the other one y is actually y-axis. So I want I want on x-axis, I want time, the t, and y on the y-axis, which is my signal actually. So when I select all, like Control A and press F9, you can also use press F9, and you can also go for the copy paste thing now. Just copy and paste it over here. You can do both things, but for me, I just select all these things and press F9 key, that's function key 9. So when I press F9, oh, I see this curve, but I was intended to plot a sine signal. So this is the problem. And most of the cases when I was in my undergrad, I was unable to plot the signal, and anyhow, just changing on hit and trial basis, I got the sine wave, and I just pursue the teacher that, okay, I got the sine wave, it's done. But at that moment, I was not aware of the line that I should write. So I just close this one. How about this? The Nyquist, Sir Nyquist said he was one of the pioneer. He died, but he actually said this thing that the signal should be the frequency should be the modulated frequency should be at least twice, at least. It does not mean that you put it at least way. So how about if I increase more zeros? It means that I'm increasing the modulated frequency, right? So when I increase this thing, maybe 2 more zeros, and then when I Control A and F9, I can see the sine signal now. So it is all about the concept that you can get. So with this, I really want you people, if you have performed this code, just put the screenshot in the chat box so that I can see how many people can perform this thing. Imran Hamza, thank you so much. You have plotted it right. I think that you have plotted it, or you have taken it from somewhere, or you got the concept already. If you
I just copy paste the code from the slide and then I just click
Okay.
run on the
Okay.
on the
Okay.
MATLAB.
Okay. So you got the concept now that how we can bring the sine signal, you know. So moving further, now I really want to, you know, be with me, because if you copy the code and paste it, you know, the suspense will be killed, and there will be no suspense. And you know, whether it's movie or whether it's workshop, where both must have suspense. So I think that we should keep this suspense in between. I'm really sure that you are going to enjoy this workshop. So moving ahead, now I have a task. So without any cheating, you know, I
Sir?
have, yeah.
Hi,
Anything?
my name is Vijay.
Yeah, Vijay.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Could you explain the 2 pi and the 100 to me? I don't understand that part.
2 pi. Okay, I'll convey this thing. See,
Yeah, thank you, sir.
yeah, no problem. See, technically, what you, if I say you that okay, plot some signal, you will write, sir, okay, y is equals to 3, and static means the multiplication sign, and then you write the frequency that has been conveyed to you, 100. Okay, so this is the thing. But when you write this code, it will give you an error. Why? Because if you study the mathematics and you know the science behind of any sinusoidal function, it has further what we say expansion, that is as actually equals to amplitude sine, and then you have 2 pi t, or 2 pi, or what we can say, you can say ft perhaps. Yeah, and then when you open this f, there's an I think that the equivalent form is a sine, and then you write 2 pi ft, something like that, you know. So this particular thing is actually equal to the frequency, that is 200. So you actually equate 2 pi f into this thing. So this is the way actually we actually break the signal, the 200 into 2 pi ft. F is 100, 2 is coming from the formula, and pi is the pi term, and t that you have declared in the first line. I hope Vijay, the explanation is understood.
I get about 80% of it, sir. 80%. I'm trying to understand.
Okay, no problem. I'll just move
It's
on.
okay, we can continue. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll come up, you know, when we have a time. I have noted your this thing. In the last, you know, I'll just address this thing again. Okay. So moving further, thank you, Vijay, for interrupting. This is the thing I really want to have the participation from you people. So I was talking about suspense. So suspense is very important for movie as well as for workshop. So the task is this one. So don't go for the further slide, that is slide 7. I really want you people to plot 3 signals for sine. So if I ask you people, anyone who can just share the slide, share the screen, and can help me out in sharing the code. Okay, we can follow this trend, that you put the screenshot of right code that you performed in the chat box, and then I'll see that okay, how many people have done it so far. So regarding the 3 signals, now let me just go to the code and guide you. So over here, now I have to plot the 3 signals, you know, 3 cycles of sine signal. So the thing is very simple. This signal starts from 0, ending up at 0.01. So this is one cycle, right? This is one cycle that ends at 0.01 on time index. Let me just plot it again and show you. So over here you can see it starts from 0 and it ended at 0.01, and now I want 3 cycles. So 3 cycles means 3 crust and 3 trough. I really want to display on my screen. So one way is you put 3 over here. It means that now 3 multiplied by 0.01, it means 0.03. Now it will not end up on 0.01, but it will exceed. So let me just play this code for you and see. So now you can see the 3 crust and 3 trough on your screen. It's because of the changing that I made over here, like this way. Now I really want you people to plot a cosine signal. Just change the sign into cos. That's a simple thing you can do. So Control A F9. When you put this thing, you can see now cos signal. So the cos and sine, that there's a difference of 90 degrees in between. So you can see now the 3 crust and 3 trough that are actually plotted in front of you. This is cosine signal, by the way. And now if someone asks me that, okay, I really want to plot 4 signals, 5 signals, or like 5 cycles, not signals actually. So you can just change from here, and the number of cycles that you demand, that you wish, that is in front of you. But now I really want you to write a code and show me, like it will ask me on runtime that, okay, how many cycles you want really. So for that, it's quite easy. You just take one variable. For me, you know, I take a variable, maybe Vijay, who is one of our attendees. I really respect that he actually, you know, asked the question, and it's much more appreciated if you interrupt me and ask me, okay, hold on, bro, we have some questions to ask. So that would be really interesting, you know. So Vijay is a variable for now in our this code, and I write input. So input is a command in MATLAB that actually take an input from user on runtime. When I say runtime, means while the code executes. So Vijay is equals to input and then small brackets, and over here I just wrote this thing. Now enter the number of cycles like this way. Like this way. And then over here I'll write Vijay, because this is the variable that is going to multiply with 0.01. Yeah, so this is the thing. This is the technique actually. So when I press Control A and press F9, it will ask me in command window. You can see over here, enter the number of cycles. So now if I write 6 and press enter, I can see 6 number of cosine signals in front of me. This is how we play with MATLAB. That's why I quote, like when you code on MATLAB, it's like a playing MATLAB. So I think that this code is quite interesting. You can play around, you can play sine, cosine, and any other signals, you know. Moving ahead, coming for the basic command. So you have now 2 codes that is in front of you. One is plot 3 cycles of sine signal with amplitude of 5. So code is in front of you. Just check by plotting it. I have, you know, what we say in the let me just tell you one thing. All the codes that I have provided in the slide, they are not correct. Why? Because somewhere I have kept this thing, then whenever any person is running the code and there will be a mistake, and I really want to address that mistake. So every time the codes are not working properly, you know, make sure of this thing. I really want to address that code particularly, that's why. But right now the both codes are working, so you can go for it. One is plotting 3 cycles, and second one is ask user to enter the number of cycles. So I would like to nominate someone to just open the screen and demonstrate the code for ask the user. I need 2 persons. One would be the one who is actually typing the code or running the code, and second one is the person who is actually providing the number of cycles, you know. So for this, I would like to request Benedict. Benedict, are you there? Benedict, and maybe I go for someone else. Maybe we have Idris Ahmad Jai. This one, Idris. Are you there, Idris? Okay.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, I really request you if you can share your screen, because and copy the code that is actually of asking the user to enter the cycles. Can?
Okay, let me.
And I need one more person who will just turn on his mic or her mic and then say the thing. So Mavia is here. Mavia is our proud alumnus of UTP EE Department. He has done masters from here. Mavia, are you there? If you can just participate in this activity.
Okay, can you share the code, please?
Okay, the code, you never got the slides?
I just actually joined.
Okay, no problem. Then I request Desmond. Desmond, can you share the screen, and Mr. Idris will answer you about the cycles.
Can give me a moment. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Is this one right? Just double confirming, or is it something else?
It's actually the built-in code now. I really want you to copy the code that actually asks the user to uh, you know enter the number of cycles. So I'm copy and pasting for you in the chat box.
Right.
Okay, so I left it in the chat box. You can pick it from there.
Okay. So for the cycles, just put a random number. Or...
No. You have to ask Mr. Idris. Mr. Idris, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah. So how many cycles you want to print on the screen?
How many cycles do you want?
Yeah, you want to print on the screen the sine signal. How many cycles of for sine signal you want? Maybe 3, 4, 5, whatever number you want.
Just mention a number. Yeah.
Yeah. Just put the number. So maybe Lima, Lima and Malay we say 5, huh?
Okay,
Alright.
fine.
Okay. So 5 signal, 5 actually cycles are in front of you. Thank you so much, Desmond and Idris, for participating in this activity. I would like to share my screen now for the moment, and we really want to take care about the time schedule as well. So moving further, we have subplot command. So first, what I would like to do is I would like to copy, because if you see this code, task 1, task 2 already done. Slide number 8 is cosine, so I already covered the cosine signal. Now we have task number 4, that is subplot. So why we actually use subplot? The question is quite simple. When you are willing to identify, or when you are willing to see the correlation or the difference in between two signals, then you use subplot command. So let me just paste it over here and make you understand this line. So this is the same line TYP, that is the same 3 lines that I've demonstrated before. I'm starting from 4 to onwards so that you can explain why this extraordinary thing in our code, you know. So it's like a kitchen again. When when there is any guest at your house and you want to serve him, you cannot give directly food into, you know, their stomach or into their mouths, you know. You have to present the thing in a very fine manner. So same case goes to this particular scenario, where you cannot simply write T, Y, and plot. You want to display a signal telling a reader that, okay, what is the title of this graph, what is on the x-axis, what is on the y-axis. So for that, we have some commands, that is title, sine wave. So let me first, play this particular thing. F9 I press, and over here, so you can see over here, sine wave is the title, amplitude and time. So this is the thing, you know. Now if I want to change, you just type over here the change, like I write Ghulam and Abro over here on. Okay, let me just be very technical now. So I just write VI characteristics, something like that, you know. VI characteristics we always read in our electronics for diode curve. So on x-axis I really want current, sorry, I need voltage, and on y-axis I need current. So yeah, so if I go with this thing, you can see VI characters is the titles, and the x label and y labels are changed. So yeah, you can also do this thing. This is insert legend. If you have 2 to 3 signals, then you will have the legend option as well. So if I click on this thing, you can see in a while you have one data. So over here, when you double click, you can change the data. You can use that. Okay, it's the current one. Let's suppose you can mark ID1, ID2, ID3, or anything, you know. So yeah, this is the way you plot the graph. But now I'm more concerned about plotting two signals together. So first was the sine signal. Then I have introduced a figure option. Figure command do nothing, but it will open a figure for you, because we really need to have two figures together. So it's compulsory to write it, you know. And then again 3 lines over here. Why I wrote these 3 lines again? If you want to plot the same signal on this thing, then no need to repeat it. No need to repeat. But if you want to plot it in a different time index, then you have to mention it T1, not the same T, because MATLAB is case sensitive and it considers the, you know, variables, what we say, very seriously. So might be possible if you don't change the variable, then it will not produce you the right output. So T1 you can mention any time index, but right now we are not making it complex. So we just write z equals to this one, then plot t comma z. So when I write t comma z, it means that t is the same time index that I mentioned in the line number 1. And then title, cost, the x label and y label, they are actually over there. Then we are using subplot. So subplot command, you can see over here subplot. And yeah, so there is no need to write this line, because in line number 9 and 10 we have already mentioned the title and the plot, so no need to write these lines. So subplot means there will be 2 rows and 1 column, 2 rows, 1 column in a figure. And this particular signal, that is sine wave, this will be an image 1 in that particular figure. If you see the line number 7, again there will be 2 actually rows, 1 column, and the cost signal, the picture, the image of cost signal, the graph of cost signal will be the second one. So if I run this signal and show you the output, you can see it like this way. So you see, this is a figure having 2 rows, 1 column. This one is the first image, this one is the second image. So you can change this thing. Okay, remove this figure. No need right now. No? Yeah, so now you can change. Now this is the combination that I can see a signal and cosine signal, in parallel way. But how about if I see them in a cascaded way, like one row? So that is also possible. For this, you have to just change this one into one, this one into, sorry, this one into one, this one is to two, two and one. So let me just start. So now you can see both signals in cascaded form. So this is the command that is subplot. I think that you are also practicing the same thing on your laptop or on your system. So this was the task number 4 that is in front of you. I hope that you have understood the code. Subplot means you are plotting, you are dividing one figure into columns and rows so that you can see every graph in it. Plot is a command that actually plot the signal. Title is a command that provides a title to your graph. X label is a command that provides a title to your x-axis, whether it's time, whether it's anything. So yeah, this is the thing. And Y label is again, the y-axis, that what is actually running on y-axis. A simple question, in my mind was roaming. So let me just ask a simple question to anyone. Why we always take time on x-axis? Most of the cases we take time. Why is it so?
Yes.
Why is it so that we always take time on x-axis in most of the cases?
Kin ji cewa ina riƙe ki haka.
Come again, Sir Idris?
Haka a riƙe ki haka.
Yeah, the question is why we take always time on x-axis. We have
Haka shafa ki ne. Na riƙe ki haka da hankali na zai tashi.
you're talking to me.
Time is independent variable.
Yeah, time is an independent variable. Yeah, this is the right answer. Who answered this thing?
Yes, sir, Shoaib Ali.
Shoaib Ali. Yeah, Shoaib Ali, I have a second question for you. The second question is quite simple. That okay, if I want to draw a signal, a sine signal, and I want to remove a part. Let me just show you if I can be able to um, write it over here or draw it over here. Right, screen board. Yeah, so let me just open this thing and show you something to ask. This is a concept of signal processing, though my area is in controls, but I really enjoy these simple concepts and discuss with people around. So yeah, this is the thing. So now I'm drawing a signal, Mr. Shoaib. This is a signal. So can you answer, this one is the continuous or discontinuous signal?
Sir, this is continuous, sir, according to this shape.
Okay, it's continuous. And how about this one? Is it continuous?
It's continuous.
This is non-continuous. There's non-continuity in the signal, sir, in middle of portions.
Okay. So let me just provide you one information over here. If I say that Shoaib and take a pause and say Shoaib is the best student in the workshop now. So I took a pause. That pause is the same pause that you can see over here. Shoaib is the best student. Again, it's a continuous signal. But the thing is, like if it would be discontinuous, your eyes are you are not eyes actually. I'm so excited. Your ears are accustomed, are habitual to learn to listen a continuous signal. Your ears cannot listen to discontinuous signal. So if I say Shoaib is the best student. So it is a continuous signal. It's not discontinuous. Someone said in the background that it's a continuous, so it's right. And third question that I want to ask McLaren. McLaren, are you there? McLaren, Maja, Franklin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, McLaren, I have a question for you. Uh, why we actually convert analog signal into digital? So this is actually interactive session. I really want to give knowledge. The codes are there. You can perform the thing, and I'll also demonstrate you those codes. No problem. We have plenty of time right now. There are three objectives. Number one, the processing time is fast. Number one. Number two. Okay, let me just rephrase my thing. If your ears are accustomed and habitual of continuous signal, then why we convert analog into digital? We convert analog into digital because of three reasons. Number one, the processing time is fast. Number second, we require less memory because analog signal having a lot of data points that we cannot store. Number third, that the digital signal can be reprogrammed. Digital signal can be reprogrammed. McLaren, can you explain why I said digital signals can be reprogrammed?
You can alter the variables.
Yeah, you can alter the variable. So let me just ask Darren. Darren, are you there? Darren?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so Darren, are you uh, fond of listening radio or radio? Have you ever like listened songs on your radio while driving?
Yes.
Okay, so you are from electrical background or what?
I'm from the mechanical.
Mechanical, but you believe that electrical student can design a filter, right? With some sort of electronic components, that is radio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, the thing is, if you can design a circuit, a circuit where you put some resistor, the capacitor, and you design a filter that you call a radio. Radio is nothing, a filter that catches a particular frequency, and you are, you say that, okay, sir, at particular frequency, one radio is actually active, and over there at 4:30 p.m. they actually play the songs of Rihanna or maybe the Charlie Puth. So I'm really interested in listening those songs. I said, okay, you can design. Then you calculate all the things and you put on breadboard or on circuit board, and then you show to me that, okay, sir, now I'm listening the songs, on my own designed hardware. But how about if I say, okay, I want to listen another singer, but that comes in another frequency that actually is live on any other radio channel that has much more higher frequency? What you will do with that circuit? You will just simply take that circuit and throw it in a dustbin. Why? Because it has been designed for certain frequency. So this is the point that I said, that digital signals can be reprogrammed. You have a mobile phone, you can just change the frequency, and then the circuit will start getting or catching the signal. So this is the third reason that digital signals can be reprogrammed. So this is all about the information that I really want to share with you people. So we are again heading for some commands. These are the basic commands. You can see on your screen, magic square will generate a 4x4 matrix, and they actually they are actually why we say magical. Let me just show you. If I copy this thing and put it on a Matlab on a command window, yeah. So this is the magic what we say matrix. If you sum like this way, If you sum like this way diagonal or principal diagonal, the sum will be same. So that is the reason we call it diagonal. So that is the reason we call it magic matrix. Apart from that, you have how to induct the conjugate numbers and all these things. So but before that, I want to tell you how to find the maximum value for these things. So let me just, so this is y. I am taking a variable that is d equals to max of y. So it will show me the maximum value of this entire matrices, so in this way. And similarly, if I want to calculate the minimum value, then minimum of y, and I'll get this one. Why these commands are there? Let's suppose there is an image of your childhood where you have an old friend. Where you have an old friend, and due to some reasons, due to some reasons you are not talking to him or her, and you don't really want him to be in that picture, and that picture is also cool, you look handsome enough or beautiful enough, and you want that picture, but you want to exclude him. So what you need to do is, the simple option is crop, right? But again, MATLAB provides you an option that you just calculate or see the intensity levels or the matrix levels, that what type of matrix levels are there on the place on the row and column where that particular friend is standing or sitting, and then you can just extract those matrices. But for that, these commands are very important, minimum and maximum. And then I am sure these are the commands very important. On image processing, we will be studying on second day in a very detailed way, and you will be able to exclude those friends to whom you don't like, they were like due to some reason. So you will enjoy that day too, actually. So up after that, these are the ones I already played this command. This is the line spacing. Now line spacing is the same thing that we are doing for t index. We took t equals to 0 colon and again all the things. The same way line spacing is doing the same thing. So one can also use line space command instead of writing this way, t equals to 0 colon 0.0005 colon 0.001. So instead of writing this line, you can write this line as well. So it will give you the same thing. So line spacing is actually have the syntax that I mentioned over here. The first thing, x1, x2. These are this one is the starting point, this one is the ending point, and how many points you want in between. So you can put over there any variable. So over here, the starting point for me is 0, ending point is 0.01, and the number of points that I really want is 100. So I can write in this way. So this is again a simple code. I'm not running it because I have to cover some more things. Okay, so yeah, over here you can see this plotting different. Okay, you can plot a signal with different styles as well. So let me just play this code. Control A and F9. So if I press, you can see now there is actually the green color. So what sort of change I made in the code that it is now in green. So over here, the plot, initially we were writing in simple way like this way, plot T comma Z, right? But now I have inducted one more thing, that is plus G. So all the line is not a simple line, it's all pluses. So you can see these are the plus marks over there in entire my graph. So if you don't need plus, you need minus, you just put minus. You need static, you put static. And if you need to change the color, you just put red, you put blue. Okay, let me just put red and run the code. So when I play this code, you can see the static but in red color. So this is how you play with the MATLAB and the commands. And still, if you don't know about the syntax, you can always use the MATLAB help. this is the really good help, you know. If you don't know about line space, just write help and line space over here and press enter. You will see entire documentation of this thing and the other thing. So this particular thing, I got it from in my slides. If you see, this is the same line that I just copy paste over there. So yeah, I leave this code for you. You just play and put it a screenshot in the chat box. Okay, so now if you want to know about the size and the length of the mattress, so this is again very important. So let me just play these three codes. But before that, let me just clear all the screen, clear all CLC. So now I want to play y is equals to magic, and then what was the variable? That was 5. Yeah, so 5. Okay, error. Yeah, so now this is the mattress, and I really want to know the size of this mattress. So for that, okay, first length. So G is equals to length of Y. So it will tell you the number of columns or number of the rows. Similarly, if you write F is equals to the size of Y, so it will tell you the size that, okay, it is 5 by 5 mattress, it's 5 by 3 mattress, it's 5 by 2 mattress, or what. So this is actually a way to know the thing. Let me check if I can have any picture over here. Okay, just going to downloads. Maybe I have some picture. Okay, picture I don't have, huh? Okay, this one picture. Okay, so let me just bring it on desktop. I bring it now. No. Okay, this one I look more handsome now. So let me just copy this image and put it over the desktop. Okay, so this one I just rename it for my case Abro, ABRO, and I just go into the properties. In the properties, I just copy this location. This location I copy, and the format of this page, this picture is .jpeg. Okay, JPEG. So this you must know this thing. So I just put a variable b is equals to imRead. I'm going to read now the image for you to show these two commands, the length and size. In the simple matrices might be you feel boredom, so I really want to call an image and show you the size for the image. So I'm actually reading image. So what is the command? B equals to imRead, and over here you put the location, that is C, and then users and Ghulam Mustafa and desktop, and over there you have the file name, that is abro.jpeg. So when you press enter, this entire MATLAB will read the file, that particular picture. So once it will read the picture, in order to avoid this thing, you just put simple colon now. When you put colon, it will not show you these numbers. These are the matrices, you know, running out, because it was a picture taken by a professional camera. So might be possible that it will take some time. So it's taking the time, and you can see the status of over here that is busy. So in the meanwhile, I want you people to show your own pictures. So just drive your picture and then and call it in MATLAB, and in okay, I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so, okay, so let me just turn off my camera, because I just got a notice that I have a bad network, you know. So I just turn off my video for a moment, and see over here you can see the image is actually read by MATLAB, and now I'm going to show you the image over here. So what was the variable that I used for reading this thing? It was B, right? Yeah, it was B. So I can simply write im show and b, and then here we go. See, so MATLAB, I look handsome now. So over here you can see the image in MATLAB. Sorry. So now I want to know that how many rows and columns are there, you know. So for that case, what I have mentioned these three commands, the length and the size. So if I just go over there and write length of b. So length of b is 1280. It's length actually. And then if I want to see how many rows and columns are there, then size of b. So there are 998 rows and the columns are 1280, and 3 is actually showing the that this is an RGB image, and it's a 8-bit data image, you know. So the thing is, this is how you actually go for it. Okay, I was not supposed to call an image over here, but as I really want you people to get more interest in this workshop, therefore I couldn't resist myself and I call my image to show you. This image is actually this one. I am show B. So this image is actually taken at one of the great places, that is street art at Penang. Wonderful place, and I really want to encourage international students over here to come and visit someday. Na? Okay, so the branding for Penang is also done. Okay, moving ahead, we have complex numbers. Yeah, every science student cannot run away from mathematics. My father used to say me one thing, because I have 18 engineers in my family and I'm the one also like continuing their legacy. The thing is, like, my father said that, okay, you want to be an engineer. I said, yeah, father, but I don't like mathematics. I don't like calculus. But my father said that without calculus, engineering is mission impossible, no? So on the very first day, when you come in the class of engineering, the calculus or the sign of integration and differentiation will say you hello, good morning. And apart from that, when you continue your career in engineering, somewhere, sometime, you never know, it will come in front of you. So you cannot run behind or run away from these things, that is mathematics. So now recalling the complex numbers that is in front of you, now if you are an electrical engineering student or you are dealing with some phasor diagram, then then it's very important for you to use MATLAB to drive the phasor diagrams. So for this, if I copy this thing, okay, over here we cannot write iota, we use J for our coding purpose. So I just copy paste. So they actually, when we write J, they actually convert it into iota. So it's pretty cool that you at least get the complex numbers now. So I really want these are the simple commands you can, real means they will actually show you the real part of this number. Image means they will show you the imaginary part of number. And if you write this thing conjugate, okay, just let me just copy this entire thing so that in one go you can see the entire thing. So yeah, so first thing is a real part, so you can see 7. Second one, imaginary part, you can see 6. And then K was a conjugate. Conjugate means the imaginary part is now having the minus sign. Why I mentioned over there, because you can calculate the absolute what we say, the square root of the squares of image, the real numbers, and you can also go for the angle also. So for absolute thing you can just write ABS, and for angle you just write Y. Why I mentioned over this thing to you, because you have a task. Yeah, this is a task, compute the phasor. So if there the voltage V1 of 20 volts leads to a voltage due to an inductive load, and when you have inductive load, your voltage actually leads and your current lag. Why? Because inductive load has as a huge love for current now. So the inductive load cannot leave current, so it holds the current. So this is the reason that current lags actually. So over here you can see this is a code where I have actually drive or computed the phasor thing. So you can just copy this code. These are the same things. If you can't understand anything, just hold me over there, interrupt me over there, and then you can ask me any question. So if I write, so this was the value, but then after getting the absolute value, this is the 20, and this is 1.0472 something. No, so this is how you compute the phasors. And if you are dealing with any numerical in your class and over there you want to really correlate or validate your numerical answer with the simulation, then MATLAB is the best option for you. No? Okay, so going further, recording your voice, huh? This is something very great, but for that I really need a break. How many slides we have? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh my god, there are so many slides, huh? 26, yeah. So I think I need a break of 10 minutes. If you can provide me everything, okay, huh? Anything you want to say or something like 10 minutes break, can Bule?
Yeah, just
Can,
a
sir.
break.
Okay, 10 minutes break, then we will come back shortly. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I think that I should continue because in the end we have to cover the topics. So yeah, let me just share you my screen. Okay, so okay, wait, I'm actually demonstrating you how to record signal, and for that I would like to share my screen again by including the option of include computer sound so that you can hear the sound from the computer while recording any sound. You can do the same thing on your desktop as well. Okay, so let me just share the screen. Okay, now my screen is visible to you. So this is recording your voice for 5 seconds. You can record your signal for endless time. The thing is, this is the thing, but I have another question to my audience. If anyone can answer, let me just pick anyone, a volunteer. We do have um, Lo Tak Hai, this one. Yeah, are you there, Mr. Lo? Lo, are you there? Okay, McLaren, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, McLaren, I want to ask you that we always convert analog signal into digital, right? To process it, and on many sound applications where you listen the songs, you have the same song with different memory sizes, right?
Yeah.
Why is it so?
The length of the song, the duration of the song.
No, the duration is same. The thing is, we have different versions of one song in different memory sizes because we actually want the quality of a sound. So it's all about sampling. The song that has a less memory and the sound that has a huge memory. If you compare the quality of a sound, then the quality of a sound is better where the memory size is greater, because over there they have sampled and digitized the sound with many number of samples as compared to this first one. So I again want to ask this question that if we are so much habitual to convert analog signal into digital, why NASA always process the signal in analog domain? They never go for digital. Why? Anyone
To
can
save
answer?
memory.
Exactly. Digital signal, they have analog to digital coders, converters they can store, but the analog signal that are very huge and they really want to process it, we don't have that bit size of ADCs, analog to digital converters. We don't have still in our industry, and that is the area looking for people to explore more, that how a huge analog signal can be digitized. And this is the point where people use FPGA kits and the DSP kits, the digital signal processors. So yeah, this was one of the information that I really want to share with you. Moving ahead, we have our code that is creating an audio recorder. So first, let me just copy this thing. Please note that the green font, the text that is in green, these are the comments only. So never mind to obsolete them while you execute the code. So let me just copy the code over here. So this one is the variable. You can take UTP, you can take Ghulam, you can take anything over here. Audio recorder is a command that actually enable your MATLAB to to tell MATLAB that okay, now something we are going to record. So if you don't mention this line, there will be error. No? So you cannot proceed for the recording. So this line is very important. And then you have to write display start speaking. This will actually show you to is to user that okay, now you can start speaking. And then you have another command that is record blocking. This is a command actually which opens your recorded object, this one, okay, and then this is the time in seconds that you really want to record. Previously in 2007 and 2010 version, we don't have these commands. At that time we had wave record, wave play, and wave read. These were the commands initially, but now in the latest versions of MATLAB they have obsoleted and they are using play and audio play, something like that. So yeah, you can use these commands, and then we have displayed another message. Once the 5 seconds will be over, it will say end of recording, and then it will play the record. So I don't want to play all. I really want to just copy this code from line number 2 to line number 6, and then I'll one by one play these lines together. So yeah, so over here CLC clear all. Now I just copy, and then now when I press enter, it will ask me to speak for 5 seconds. So let me just speak that UTP is one of the private first rank university. So this is the dialogue that I want to speak in this 5 seconds. Okay, so let me just press enter button. Okay, UTP is highly first ranked, highly ranked university in QS ranking. So now it's stopped actually. I couldn't say it because 5 seconds are very normal now. So now I want to play this thing. So I write play, and the variable in which my audio is stored is rec obj. You can put any variable, UTP, Ghulam, Abro, any variable. So just after I press enter, you will listen. So kindly confirm me if you listen the audio. Okay, UTP is highly first ranked, highly. So how many people listen this voice? Bule, huh?
I heard, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boleh. Yeah.
Bule means can, huh? Yeah, so this is the thing. So again, I want to play the same code, and now this time I really want to say IEEE UTP Student Branch, and then I really want to increase the time, that is 10 seconds. So let's see how it records. IEEE UTP Student Branch along with IEEE RAS Malaysia and E3S2 Club has organized this workshop, and we are here to study the MATLAB. Okay, it's end already now. So let me just play, and you will witness that we have recorded the audio. Here we go. IEEE UTP Student Branch along with IEEE RAS Malaysia and E3S2 Club has organized this workshop, and okay, so here we end. Okay, so this is the thing that you record the object, and apart from that you can plot the signal. Now your recorded object is having my audio, so I want to retrieve the audio data. So for that we have a command get audio data, and this data will be in y, and then we can plot the y. When you plot the y, the time index is automatically created, so nothing to worry about this time index. So I really want to copy these two lines and put it over here and enter. So I can see my audio is this way. So class, like this is the thing that I really want to show you, that this is the just beginning of signal processing. Now what you can do is you can design an application where you can enable your own sound to turn on or turn off anything, or to do something extraordinary with your code. Yeah, so this is the code that I already provided to you to play with it. And moving ahead, we have two different voices, like you record two different voices and then you play it differently. So this code I really want you to play and plot these two codes together. So this is your assignment, or this is your home task that you can do, that is task 7. There are built-in commands, built-in sounds also in the MATLAB. So over here, this is the code. Over here, you can see the FS. This is the 3 times FS. So let me just put it like FS only for your understanding. So let me just copy this code, and the FS is a built-in term in MATLAB, and its value is 8192 kilohertz. So all the audio that we hear, they are actually having the frequency, minimum frequency that our ear can hear, that is 8 kilohertz. If the frequency is less than this, we cannot hear. So FS is actually built-in term in MATLAB whose value is 8192. So 2 times means it will double, and 3 times it will again double. So let me just copy this thing and put it over here for your understanding. Okay, so listen, this is the sound of gong actually, in my older time back in Pakistan, we do have a similar sound when the break is provided during the class now. So you can double this thing and see the effect. What happened? Okay, you have to write static as well. See? So this sound is actually, can produce a headache. So let me just copy another code that is somehow a smooth one for you, and we can just change the thing. So this is the chip sound actually. So this is one is somehow interesting, So let me just double the frequency by 2 static and see the effect. See, the effect is changed, huh? And then again, if I increase this thing, see, and if I just make it very less, like if I make it 0.5, then see. So this is how we play actually with the code. So these are the built-in sounds, and people are using these built-in sounds for their code verification and other things. Rather than recording a sound, it's better to use the built-in ones. But my objective was to show you people that, okay, we can record the sounds as well. So I already demonstrated this thing. This task 7 is actually belongs to you, and I really believe that you will perform this thing. Okay, so now we are heading for the loops. These are the loops. So far, I really need to acquire the feedback. How you people are taking this workshop? Please press the thumbs up if you are enjoying the workshop, or it's like if this is something that is like boring, then you can also press provide the hand raise. No? If you are not getting it completely, like it's from another world. You all people are getting it?
I'm getting it, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, this is the thing. So now these are the simple loops. I think that if you are having a basic sense of programming, you have understood the loops before. And over here we have the same thing, like loops and nested loops. So instead of going to the basics, I just jump to the code that is actually having. Okay, I don't have the code for loop. Oh, okay. So yeah, so over here I just copy and paste this code. This is the loop. So example 1. So let me just play this thing. So this is clear all, and then the loop starts M. It will start from 1 to 8. So over here I have another variable that is J of M. So actually it produces a staircase. Let me just play it. So you can see it's actually producing a staircase. If you see, this is the same thing that we have understood in our basic thing. So 1 and another row you will have 1 2, in another row 1 2 3, 1 2 3 4, and up to 8. Why? Because over here we have taken 1 from 8. And over here, what we are doing, when we have 1 over here, it will just print 1, the variable 1. And then when we have the second, like we'll go to second row, then we will have the first row and second, the second, in second row we have first element and second element again. So it's just a basic code that has been demonstrated in other languages as well. Apart from that, if you see the nested loop, like I want to initiate a nested loop. So this is the nested loop code. So if I play this thing, so you can see over here, it's just like a matrix generation, that is a matrix that is generated, but its full elements are not going for 8, only 7. Why? Because if you see the nested loop structure, we started that M starts from 1 and end at 8, and beneath under this thing we have I that will start from 1 to 7. And then I said that okay, this matrix will be created but with respect to only I value. So this is the reason that it only go for the 7 rows and 7 column. But if I write over here M, it will go to 8. So let me just copy and paste. See, now you have 8 rows and 8 columns together. So this is the nested loop, and I think that there are basic tutorials for loops also, but my intention was to show you that loops play a very important role. Why? Because if you want to do repeated tasks again and again, then loops are very important element. And now I really want you to have a quick review of
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, sir. So I just want to ask you, the J is a function, right?
J is not a function.
J.
J is a variable actually. You know, in C language or in Python, I don't know about Python, but in C language, we always initiate a variable and we provide the data type, right? But over here, we don't need to provide a data type. We just mention J, and then we say that, okay, in J we have, when we start this small bracket, it means that we are going for a matrix. And over here, how we categorize, we put M and I. So as this particular term is in under for loop, it will go again and again until the end point comes. So M is actually starting from 1 to 8 and I is starting to 1 to 7. So technically I is a column and technically M is the number of rows. So what actually they actually how it will run, when I put M, it will go to first like for the 8 times, and if I put like the I, then it will go for the 7 times. So if I put like I, so you see the structure is changed. It will go like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 like this way. But if I put M, it will go like other way, like a transpose matrix. Yeah, it will go like a transpose structure but with 8 actually. So J is not a function. J is actually variable. Functions we will discuss just after this if and else structure. No?
So sir, we get the step effect because of the for loop.
Exactly.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, so moving ahead class, now we have a if else structure. Over here you can see that the attendance is 50% built in. When I say built in means I defined already. And then we have a variable that is grade average, that is 70. And then I put if and else structure. I said that if attendance is greater than 90%, so it's already built in like 50%, okay? So it will not come over here. I have used AND operator. AND means both conditions, this one and this one, both must be satisfied. So for us over here, you can see attendance 90% greater equal to, but we have 50% unfortunately. And then grade average must be greater than 70%. So grade is good, like 70%. Somehow he managed to get the good marks, but the attendance is low. So this is AND operator. AND operator means both conditions must be satisfied. So if not satisfied, then it will directly go to else, where it will display you are failed. So let me just write this, copy this code for you and run it over here. See, it says you are failed. But now what I'm going to do is, I'm not relying on this attendance built-in feature. I really want to enter the value, So I wrote attendance equals to input, and then I put enter the value of attendance. Okay, and for the guidance, I said that okay, vary between 0 to 1. So it's understood, it's in percentage, And then for the grade average, again, I'll just copy this line and paste over here. And over here, I said grade average, grade. And the grade should be 1 to 100. So if I now run, it will ask me that enter the value of attendance. So now if I write 0.6, then it will ask me the grade. So grade is like 70. So you are failed. Why? Because the condition does not satisfy over here. So again, if I run it, now the same case, if the grade is like 0.9 or 0.9, or the attendance is 0.9, but the grade is 59, you are again failed. So you can practice this code on your laptop, because I really want you people to go for this thing, that is task number 8. Class, please note that tomorrow, when we will be beginning our next day, I really want you to perform these tasks and show it to me. And we will discuss these things first, and then we will proceed for the other thing. And I'll really appreciate, a person who really performed this thing. Usually, these sort of workshops, they are paid one, and really credit goes to E3S2, IEEE UTP, and IEEE RAS, and above all, our chairperson, Dr. Naufal, that was of opinion that the trainings and the workshops should be free, because they are actually virtual. So credit goes to this team who arranged this workshop. So all the content is free. You are already been provided with these slides, and for day 2, you again, I'll provide the slides. So this one is the thing that you have to actually do. Now we have a game, that is, you will be asked to guess the letter that I am thinking, So this is the code. If I copy, this is the game actually. You want to play with your batchmates or something. So if I actually explain this code, it's quite simple. And this is letter P. I already provided the letter, and it is built in. So you all people know that, okay, the letter that I am willing you people to guess is P. But if you don't want to, you want to change it again and again, so that other person who's playing with you can get some excitement. So for that, what you can do first, let me just play this code. So I'm thinking of a letter which is it. If I write K, it will say no, you are wrong. If I say G, it will say wrong. Why? Because we have used while loop. So I think that everyone knows about while loop, that while is something that will actually finish when this letter is particularly come true, that is P. So this is something that we have initiated over here. So this is a string compare command. It's string compare, whatever the value we are entering, that is actually going to guess. See, input the command and it is going to guess. And then it actually compare the guess string with the letter. And in letter we have P. If the both things are equal, it will be 1. And if it is 1, then it will say you are correct. If not, then it will go to else loop. But I really want to change this character, so I write input, enter, and then, okay, first let me just show you the P now, if it's really working for P or not. So if I write P, it will work. But now what I'm going to do is, it will come out of the loop, you see, but before that, when I was wrong, it was again asking me the same question. So this is how while loop works. But now I'm actually changing this code and I'm writing input and I'm putting it like enter the character to be guessed. Okay. So now if I do this thing, it will ask me the character. So I'm not showing I'm not showing this thing to the player, and I'm actually putting the character like O. Okay. O. Why? Undefined function or variable, huh? Let me see. Error using this one. Enter the thing, letter and case. Let me just copy. Okay, so now it's working. I have entered the J. So which is it if I enter J? Thinking letter, which is it? I think there's some problem in it. Okay, I'll just do the thing. Okay, so I have some sort of doing an error. Why? Because I'm actually comparing a string. So when you compare a string, I think that we really need to have a different command over there, you know. So I'll check and I'll provide you. So this is the thing that you can do, that is game on. You can play and you can do the thing. So your task is how to take a runtime string over here so that the game must go on without built-in, you know, character. Right now we have built-in defined that, okay, the letter is P actually, but if I'm actually willing to do the thing where I really want to change the character again and again, so for that I really need the input command. So now we have another thing, that is creating Excel file. I think that I really want someone to participate and play this code. Anyone who has the slides can share the screen and play this code for me. A simple code. Any simple code, anyone who can just participate. Anyone? Thank you, Usman brother, for following. You cannot follow, brother. You are a very kind person. Thank you so much for attending the workshop. Osman brother is my senior and he is also pursuing PhD. Thank you so much, brother, for joining, and also president for Nigerian community and over here at UTP. Moreover, okay, let me just do this thing. So this is something that we actually want to create and read the data from Excel sheet. Many of the people like who are data scientists, they have the data in form of numerical values in Excel sheet. And if you don't, you need to access them in MATLAB for data processing, then you really need a way out rather than putting it manually on your code. So for that we have this access. So over here, if I copy this thing in MATLAB and let you know about this thing. Okay. Over here you can see D is equals to, this is a variable, you can take any variable. I mentioned that, okay, there would be two columns in Excel sheet. One is time, second one is temperature. And the values will be 1298, means at 12 time instant, like 12 seconds, the temperature was 98, at 13, 99, at 14 seconds, it's 97. And then I said that, okay, create. Now this is something that I'm creating an Excel sheet. So for that, I wrote XLS write, and then I have to provide a location and a variable that is actually I defined over here the data, and I provided a file name that is temperatures, Okay, and I said that, okay, write this entire data on E1 column. If you have used Excel sheet, you have the columns E1, E2, E3, right? So this is how we write. So for this, maybe if you copy this code, you will feel you get an error. Why? Because you don't have the location. So right now, what I'm doing, I'm just changing the location of my MATLAB. That is a browse this icon. Just go over there, click this thing, and select the E drive if you have the E, or any folder you have. So E file, select folder. When I click on this thing, you will see that this location will be changed in a while. Okay, it's not ended, no. Let me just I have to restart it because it's hanging over. Let me. Okay, not working now. Okay, so let me just close it for a while. Okay, so let me just run it again. Sometimes this is the issue when your MATLAB is hanged. No, not hanged actually, but going in particular loop again and again. Yeah, so we are actually doing this thing. Anyone who has done this thing so far? Just raise your hand so that I can see if anyone has write an Excel sheet in their system. No? Anyone so far? So we are just about to end. We have different 3 more slides to go, and really speaking, the upcoming slides we will be summarizing entire thing into functions, which are the most important part of our today's workshop. How to build a function and use it somewhere, for your comfort and for your easiness, Yeah, so not yet for me also, just double confirming, are we able to access the slides? Yeah, the slides, you mean to say these slides, or you want to access the slides from MATLAB? Desmond?
So just double confirming, I think just talking like this is easy. It's like the slides, are we supposed to just see it through you sharing the screen, or are we supposed to like have them and then we can do this by our own?
Come again, brother. Actually, I
Okay,
never understood.
okay. The slides, are we supposed to have the file and then we can look at it and then copy the code from there while we are talking about it at the same time, or?
Yeah. Can. You can do the same thing. I realize this thing that many people don't have the double screens, but I do have the double screen. So at the same time, I am actually doing the copy and paste. But it's up to you now. You just listen me first. I just copy and paste, and you also do the same thing. And if you feel any error, just hold me over this thing now.
Yeah, no, so I see what happened because like they sent the file and then I did not notice it was screen shared. It's a mistake on my part.
Okay, no problem,
Right, sorry.
No problem. Later on, these slides, if someone has not got I have been told by my team that all people have got the slides, but still, if anyone has a problem, I'll share my email address to ask any query. So yeah, so this is the MATLAB again. I open. So over here, I'm actually changing the location. I'm changing the location for E. So this is my E drive. You can see the 5 folders over there. I don't have any Excel sheet over here. You can see. So I'm selecting this folder. When I select this folder, I'll have some folders over here. You can see, but no Excel sheet. Only this one. Okay, this one is a temp data. So I'm actually deleting it. I'm deleting it. Why? Because I have to show that how to create a temp, data over here like an Excel sheet. So moving ahead, you can copy this code and then you can put it over here in Excel sheet in the editor. Okay, so for this particular location, you have to put the location where you really want to, you know, do the create the file. You provide that location. So in my case, I am providing the E drive. And when you are copying this thing, please note that these brackets, the inverted commas are wrong. So you have to do this comma until it turns into pink. Okay. So if I write this thing and select all and press F9, it will take some time and the Excel sheet will be created in E drive. So let me just wait. The status is busy. I just got one screenshot by Valentine Ender. He showed me that okay, great job Valentine, that you have copy and you have got the same data. Thank you so much. I really feel very humble when you are actually participating in this workshop, because most of the times this thing is when you have a virtual workshop, you cannot see the things. Okay, so it says s equals to 1. When it is s equals to 1, it means the file is created. So if I show you over here, you have the temp data over here. And for your case, let me just go to my E drive, local disk E, and over here you can see temp data. So when I click this thing, you can see over here, yeah, this is opening up. It actually opened into my another screen. Let me just share you. Yeah, so you can see E1 and onwards it has been created. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it like 45, okay, and then save it. Why? Because I really want to now read this data into my MATLAB. So for that, you have again a simple line, a equals to XLS read, and you just provide the same location. Please note that you provide the same location. If you don't provide the same location, what will happen? The error will come across like this way. This is an error. Why? Because location is not same. So again, now I'm changing the location, that is E, and pressing it again. So now you can see the A data on a busy status. Once it will be done, you will see the data. So yeah, you can see now 45, which we changed actually in our Excel sheet. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how we read. You can read the slides, you can read Word, you can read Notepad, you can read the Excel sheet that I have already showed you. So these are the things. When I say slides, it means that let's suppose Valentine is the person and I am really willing to give him slides, but in slides, in any page, I'm actually hiding a data, and I already talked to him on phone call. I said the fourth slide is important, a keyword, in the detective way, in a suspicious way. I said that slide number 4 is important. What he will do, he will actually call the slide 4 in MATLAB and process it. And when he remove the slide, he will get the data. So this is something that is known as not exactly watermarking, but yeah, it's known as watermarking in the domain of computer vision somehow. So this is the thing that you can do even in MATLAB. Okay, apart from that, if we move further, now we have read already. So this is the important thing. Yeah, I enjoy while doing the thing. We are almost done with today's the thing. So now we are heading for the functions. Yeah.
Sir, I just want to ask a question. So that means when you type XLS, right, you're using MATLAB to create an Excel file, right?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, so yeah, When you write XLS, so it means XLS dot write, it means you are writing, you are creating. And when you write XLS dot read, it means you are reading any Excel sheet. So it's possible that you have already Excel sheet, so no need to write now. You just want to read, so use XLS dot read. Okay. So now, class, this is the most important topic of our day one, and it's something that is very summarizing topic that will be covering entire of the things, and I really want you people to participate in it. So now I'm discussing the functions. For functions, there are two most important things that you must remember. Number one, function can never be run, it is always called. Like you call the function, you cannot see that, you cannot say, okay, I'm running the function. No, you cannot run the function. It is always call, always like you call the function. So number one thing. Number second thing, function name must be the same one by which you are saving it. Like if I put function Abro, this is a function, you know, and it do nothing, a equals to 2 plus 2 and n. This is a function. So actually three important things. One is that function is always we call it. The second, the name of the function should be the same one. Like if I wrote Abro, it means when I save it with the same name, that is Abro. I cannot change the name now. Okay, so this is the second thing. So I'm saving this function at E drive. Okay, so if I change the location, okay, let me just run now. I have saved this function. Now I'm calling this function. So I write Abro. When I call, it will actually do the summation. But right now, you know, I have put this column, so you cannot see the answer. But let me just remove this thing and save it again. And now I call Abro. So see, you get the answer 4. This is the function. But the thing is, if the location of MATLAB is different, like I have MATUINO workshop folder, so I select this folder. It is in E, and if I run now Abro, it will not recognize. Why? Because the location is not the same. So there are three important things for function. Number one, function is always we call it, we cannot run it. Number second, you have to save the function with the same name which you have assigned during coding. Number third, the location must be same. If you change the location, your function will not operate. So these are the three things. Very important, very, very important, you know. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually taking an example. This is the example. You can use this example, but I'm taking somehow interesting one. That is the task number, this one, yeah, this example. So I'm actually going for an example. This is the code, right? What it will do, it will clear the all variables, it will clear the screen. So maybe I don't need this one. Okay, so it will clear all the variables. It will ask the user to enter the input, and the number of inputs I'll provide, it will actually print the number of cycles of sine wave, and it will plot. So I'm converting this code into function. So I'm converting this thing into function. The variable of function name is MATUINO. Okay, and I'm putting it end. All right, so this is the function. So I'm going to save it. Now for saving it, there are two things are important. One, the location, so I'm putting it in E. The name should be the same one, MATUINO. I cannot change it. Save. So now it's saved. If I call it MATUINO, what it's supposed to react, it's supposed to show me the enter the number of cycles and then print. So if I click, it says why it's showing the error, because the location is not the same. So if I change the location, E, select the folder, now if I press, so it will ask me enter the number of cycles, and I enter 4, and it will print the number of cycles for me. Where are the cycles, huh? Okay, these are the cycles. So this is the actual way to make the functions, you know. Our another task is to how to execute the function, how to make it protected, and all these things. So now I'm actually leaving this topic for you to protect the function, but I'll just show you one thing. I'll discuss this thing in second day. That is P code. P code means you are actually making your code protected. I will not discuss much about this thing because it is actually a part of day 2, but I'll just discuss some of the thing how you protect it. So P code space and then you put the name of the function matlab.m. And when you do it, like one more thing that I want to say, MATLAB file has a MATLAB logo like this one, this corner one, and if it is function, it will be written as fx. So some people, you know, they copy the code from the website and they say that this is it's not running. How it will run? It is a function. You see it first. It's function. It cannot be executed like same code file. So you have to introduce it in a right way. So some people just download the thing and they rename it, but function cannot be renamed. Okay, moving further, I'm going to make it P code. So over here you can see Matlab. Where is Matlab? This one is matlab.m. You can see this file. We have only one file that is having extension .m. But now when I press enter over here, you will see another file that is actually, okay, what this is, skipping argument, no MATLAB code found in P code. Okay, why? Don't have P file over here? No. Why? Okay, let me see if I'm mistaking something. No. Line number 201, huh?
So,
yeah.
I think you need to put the, what do you call it? No, not the brackets. Like the ones for strings, the apostrophe.
Apostrophe, okay. Yeah. Okay. So I need to do like this way: P code, brackets, and Matlab. Good work. Matlab.m perhaps, huh? Like this way. So this will be actually created as a P code. No, not working. I don't know why. What is the reason? Let me just go again. Line number 210, not found. Okay. Function 1.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
It's the MATUINO spelling, sir.
Spelling? Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
It's NIO. Yeah. NIO. Okay. You know, sometimes you feel a lot of stress. Huh? Yeah. So now you can see matlab.p. So it's protected. It's protected when you click it. Okay. So let me just. So it's protected. You just run it. You know. You only run it. No one is going to see your code, what it has. So it's protected now. Congratulations, you know. So whatever you are doing a code, you provide this file to the user or client that, okay, you want the outcome, you are interested in outcome, you are not interested in code, just get this file and it will never be cracked, you know. It can be cracked if the person is like very geek and very expert of MATLAB, you know. Enter the number of cycles 6 and here we go, the 6th cycle. So it's protected. Never give the original code, just give the preP file. And now the most important thing is to convert this file into exe file so that if I don't have MATLAB in my system, I can easily work still, you know, I can easily operate the thing. So for that you just write mcc -m and then put the file name, that is matunio, okay, yeah, .m. And when you click on this thing, you can see over here you don't have any exe file, right? You don't have any exe file. So when I write this thing, it will take some time, and over here you will get exe file in E drive. So let's have a wait and check, because over here there's already a busy status. You do also perform the same thing in your system. Okay, I need to drink water now. Yeah, so I think that where is it? It's again taking up time. Now see, in second day we are actually studying about graphical user interface, how to make a graphical user interface on second day. So on second day, when you study about graphical user interface, the graphical user interface is actually a function. When you introduce a graphical user interface, it's already a function, so you can easily make it executable just by writing a simple line, you know, a simple line. A simple line and your entire code is executable, and it's kind of a command prompt application that you can just provide in pen drive or email to someone, and it will be operable. So it's taking time. If someone has done it already, he or she can demonstrate, or we can wait for some time. If someone has done, let me just check my slides further. We have 24. Yeah, so your task is make a function that will ask number of cycles from user and generate a same number. You have to make, I have already demonstrated this task. Task number 10, convert this function into executable file, that is in the mid. We are in the mid. It's about to become a function executable file. So this is somehow project videos that I really want to display now after some time, and I really want you people, if someone is like interested to collaborate, then we can work together. Matlab is like taking some serious time, huh? Why? Okay, so if you have a powerful GPU, it will not take time. And my laptop is very old, you know, I purchased it somewhere in my master's, and I got my master's degree in industrial automation long time ago, and it was on a grant project. And yeah, it's a blessing that it has been working still. I have a lot of memory with this laptop, and though it's about to die, but it's really dear to me, you know. I have many memories with this laptop. So if you have a powerful GPU, then you can do it in a very few seconds, maybe very less than seconds, you know. So if anyone has done this thing, anyone so far, anyone has done this thing? Okay, Valentine, thank you for guiding us. Yeah, this is how we actually learn with each other, you know. And it's still taking time, huh? So there is no one in the workshop who has done so far the same thing. Anyone? McLaren, Dan, Valentine, Vijay. Anyone who has converted the same thing? Ibrar, are you there, Ibrar? Okay. So I have like noticed this thing. We got 230 plus registrations for this workshop, but I think that the email that we provided, that might be possible that went into a junk, you know. So if you have people around you who are interested and never got the this chance, do suggest them. We have still second day. I'll try to recap all the things of today, tomorrow, and we will further move on for the second day. So if you have people around you who are interested, you can provide the link and they can join so that we can have more audience. I wonder why I have the less audience. So we are only 10 minutes short and my MATLAB is dying. If anyone has converted this thing, this is much excited point, and I really want to, I really beg to my laptop that it actually do the things faster, but what to do? uh, yeah, it's done now, it's done. So ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing an exe file now. Where is the exe file now? Where it is? Okay, let me just go directly to E drive now. Okay, so E drive, this is the E drive MATUINO. So this is the exe file. You see, it has the logo. Previously we had MATUINO M file, MATUINO.p file, which was protected, right? Now we have exe file. So this file you can open directly. So when you open it directly, it will run like this way, command window, and you can see over here it will soon display you enter the number of cycles. I'm waiting for the display now. Anyone has just messaged something? Same, huh? I don't have the install. Okay, you don't have to. So you need to install the thing, this compiler. Now you just Google it. You have to install the compiler, and then you ready to go for this thing. Now sometimes MATLAB is a software that is really difficult to install all the packages together. So really you have to do work for it. Where it went, huh? So if I write, okay, I have. So it says undefined function MATLAB, huh? Why? Okay, let me just make a simple one. It should work. Okay, just remove this one. Okay, over here. Okay. Anyone has got the output so far?
It runs in the command window, but I couldn't compile it.
Okay, let me check. You have this one. Enter the number of cycles. Who did this thing? Mohammed. Yeah, enter the number of cycles. So you enter the number of cycles. Mohammed Azizan bin Anwar. Azizan bin Anwar, can you able to share your screen for us?
Sure, sir. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, so where's the file? Just close the things and then play from the beginning. Just open the file. Yeah, over here you have copied this thing. Okay, you play it and then you get a message that is not displayed. No. Okay, enter the number of cycles. So type 4. Okay. So you get the output also. Yeah, here you go. So see, this is how you play with the functions and you go with this thing now. Thank you so much, Mr. Muhammad Azizan bin Anwar. You are from the UTP?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Yeah, this NASA jacket suits you, huh? Okay, the thing is, so this is all from my side. I really want to share you some videos that are related to some project. So for this, I really want to, I really want to share with my computer sound. Okay, here we go. So class, the thing is, MATUINO, a new folder. So these are actually some videos that I did. This is my fruit grading panel that actually you can, okay, let me just play one by one. This one is the video that is actually a project that I did for one of the private universities. So just for the sake of like a project now. So let me just share this thing. Yeah. So this is actually botanical diseases. We are checking a botanical diseases using MATLAB on the leaves. So there are mainly 4 to 5 diseases. One is anthro something, and then is bacterial blight. I forgot the name. I do have one research publication over here that is Scopus Index. So if I just run and show you the okay, over here, yeah, this one is the actually the thing. So it is one of the paid project that I did. So over here you can see al nata and anthrineta. It's very botanical names now, I cannot pronounce. And then we have anthranoise or something, and then bacterial blight. Thanks to God that I can pronounce this name now. So yeah, you have the data also, like what sort of data you can do. So this is one video that I really want to share. Then APNR, that is the number plate recognition. So if I play this one, you can see there are some videos already available in the market, and on YouTube you can also see. So over here you can see this is the number plate. You can recognize it using image processing. We will play similar course tomorrow, so don't worry, I have the files. I can also share those files to you for playing APNR and how it works actually. So you can see character to character. One of my friend who is senior to me, he's working on the same thing but using Python. He's Nirbe Mathur, is research scientist and one of very fine Indian fellow. So these are some videos that I really want to play. And this one is automatic fruit grading using MATLAB. The video that I had previously, I never recorded a video of my FIP, but I do have the research publication. So you can see this is a conveyor belt, and these are the apples. So when you put on conveyor belts, using image processing, it will detect whether it's healthy skin or not. This is also one of the projects that you can do. And this is vein protection. Like you have seen the project based on facial recognition. You have seen the project based on image processing, but this is something that is on veins, because every person has different veins. So it's vein based detection. This is one of the camera that actually show your entire veins of your hand, so you can process this thing as well. And this one is the robotics related, like the color based. Again, it has the image processing, very wonderful and very what to say, fascinating things are there. Now what is this? Oh, I forgot, long time ago. Yeah, this is something that we actually go to evaluate the brain tumor. So you can create this particular GUI. So ladies and gentlemen, I really want to tell you that tomorrow you are going to learn about this particular graphical user interface, how to make it and how to bring the images, do the correlation, generate the graphs. So yeah, tomorrow we are going to play with this thing. That's all from from today. Thank you so much for joining the workshop. I hereby conclude the session with my last slide, that is end of day one. This is me, Engineer Ghulam Mustafa Abro. I'm a member IEEE and graduate research assistant pursuing my PhD at Institute of Autonomous System and Electrical and Electronic Engineering Department. My email address is over there if you need any sort of help or support. Not help actually, but support. Support is a good word. So support, you can just email me now. Okay, so that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I just have a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you convert? Okay, let's say I get a signal from electromyogram.
Okay.
Right. Okay, electromyogram signal. How do I convert it into Excel file?
Okay, so you are getting a signal through particular sensor, right?
Yes, correct.
So can you name the sensor?
It's a electromyogram or electrooculogram.
Okay, can you interface it? Can you interface the same sensor with Arduino or any board or Raspberry Pi?
I think it's possible with Arduino. I think
Yeah,
it's
so
possible.
yeah, so if it is possible with the Arduino, then you can read the pin. Let's suppose you are interfacing with Arduino, that particular sensor, and it is interfaced on particular pin. Then tomorrow we are going to learn about how to interface Arduino board with our Matlab. So we can read particular pin continuously, and when we read the pin continuously, then we can store the values in a particular variable. So yeah, that thing can be possible if you use Arduino. And if you use Raspberry Pi, then you have to add one additional circuit, that is operational amplifier. You have to convert the data into discrete form, because Raspberry Pi cannot read the analog data perhaps now. So you have to convert it the continuous data into discrete form. I hope you know the difference between the continuous and discrete now. You just sample it on equal interval now.
Yes, I understand. So basically, you're saying what you're saying is that what is that?
Yeah, I repeat it for you. You just interface your sensor with Arduino on any single pin. And then tomorrow we are going to interface Arduino board with our Matlab, and I'll teach you how to read any single pin in Matlab and how to store that data. So once you read the pin, you have the data in a variable. You already studied how to write Excel sheet, right, today? So you can write. So that particular command will be used to produce an Excel sheet for you now.
Okay, so that means I can connect the sensor to one of the pins on Arduino. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then I read the data, and then I write it into an Excel file.
Exactly.
Okay, sir. So we'll be learning that tomorrow, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's all from me, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So any other query you have, like anyone?
So I have a question. Will we also cover Simulink?
Yeah, we will cover the Simulink somehow, because I do have prey-predator model and COVID-19 model tomorrow. But I really prefer, it's really time consuming. So if you join, and if I get like a bit late, do spare me, like do what we say, tolerate me if I exceed the limit. So there are lots of things, but I'll try to cover all the things. I'll try my level best, but if I exceed the limit, then tolerate na. Yeah, anyone else? Surely we will cover Simulink, no problem. Anyone else? If not, then my email address I'm mentioning in the chat box. You can contact me, and I'm kind of a person who really want to work in multidisciplinary research. So Yeah, mustafa.abro@IEEE.org is my email address. And yeah, so that's all. If you don't have any question, then I just deliver the control to our MC of today, na, Miss Noor Alisa. She has been very wonderful and eloquent speaker. So Miss Noor, over to you.
Thank you very much to our speaker, Mr. Ghulam, for this first session of our workshop. We from E3S2 sincerely hope that this session will be beneficial for everybody. Dear participants, we have arrived at the end of the first day of our workshop. We hope that all the participants have gained valuable insights from our speaker today. My deepest thanks to all the participants for your active participation. A reminder for all participants, kindly scan the QR code displayed on the screen or click on the feedback form. Link that has been forwarded in the chat room. And join us for the second session tomorrow at 3 p.m. Malaysia time sharp in order to get your e-certificate of this workshop. Thank you all once again for coming, and it was a pleasure being with you all today. With that, take care and see you 3 p.m. Malaysia time tomorrow. Thank you.
Miss Noor, if you allow, we can go for a closing photograph, closing photo. If you allow.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, a group photo. I request my audience to turn on their camera so that we can have a group photo together. And Mr. Daniel, if you allow, we can invite people if they have in their contact. They can share the link or not with other people.
What link, sir? The recording?
No. I mean to say for second day,
Oh, okay.
they can share the link to invite their friends for this workshop, right?
I believe, yeah, the link can be shared to everyone.
That's good. So yeah, I request everyone if they can, turn on their camera for a group photo. Okay, Ms. Noor, can you unshare your screen, Ms. Noor?
All right. Is there any more participants who's in their camera? I'll give a few seconds. Okay, we're still getting more participants. Right, is there anyone else? All right, let us take a picture then. So I'll take two pictures. One is formal picture and another one is freestyle. So let us take the formal one first. Everyone, look at your camera and give and smile. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, for the second picture, informal picture. So three. Give us some great pose for the picture. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Okay,
That
thank
is
you.
all.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much for attending the workshop.
Thank you so much, sir.
Hoping to see you tomorrow.
Thank you. See you.
Yes, sir. I'll be having questions for you, sir, tomorrow.
Sure.
Thank you.